Good morning, Aquarius. Welcome to my weekly tarot love reading. I'm the Tarot Muse, and I'm in the Philippines. There are a lot of noises in the background that I can't avoid, so just keep in mind that you may hear some screaming children or motorboats. I'm right on the water. I have got some cards shuffled and laid out over here, so I'm really getting some backstory as to what's coming up for you. And from the last reading, it feels like there have been some changes. There's been some progression in your relationship. I obviously do your readings every single week, so each week I see how things have evolved or progressed. I'm going to start pulling the cards out while I'm talking to you. I have shuffled all the cards, so they're all ready to go. And then we'll dive in and I'll explain to you what everything is about. So I just have an announcement to make. If you're interested in learning how to read the tarot cards, I've created a series of how to interpret the symbolism of each of the cards, which if you like and subscribe to my channel, you will find in my playlist, and you will get weekly or regular notifications of the updates. So it's a great series of how to interpret each of the cards individually. Okay, great. So let's dive in. In the present moment, I have the Knight of Wands, and so generally for me, the Knight of Wands is the player card, or what I mean by player card is it's a fiery sign. It's someone who's not fully mature yet, very charismatic, very sexual and passionate, but isn't really in an experience for the long haul, but more for the experience and the fun of it, the chase of it. So in this case, with regards to the Knight of Wands, I've got moving away from something in the past that was difficult, looking in a new direction towards happiness. I've got the Sun card coming up. So this may be you. Crossing the Knight of Wands, I have the Strength card. So let's find out more about what that's about. The Strength card. Okay, so there's this intuitive, the Strength card is talking about, so the Strength card is the inner strength, the strength within ourselves. It's about how we tame the beast within. And so it's with regards to either travel or passion and sexuality, and it's talking about this intuitive knowing that it'll bring you happiness. So maybe it's to do with a journey that has happened, or it's to do with a journey that's coming. I'm going to pick one more card to get a little bit more. Yeah, it's okay. So I've got the Ace of Wands, and it's talking about sexual passion, and I've got the Devil card on top of that. So it's definitely referring to exploring sexuality and having fun with that. And just intuitively you know that this is something that's important for you, or at least brings emotional fulfillment. So I get the feeling what's happening here is you've moved away from the challenges of your previous relationship, and you're now kind of looking in a new direction and realizing what it is that you enjoy and what's important for you. So for you, your inner strength is around enjoying sexuality or enjoying creative passion and exploring that. So again, with regards to the Knight of Wands card, it's about putting everything that has happened behind you. Okay, so let's see what happened in the past. I've got the Page of Cups card, and I've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Tower card. So with regards to some kind of love offering or new emotional beginning around your independence, the teamwork was going through some kind of a meltdown, some kind of a crumbling. There was a walking away from something, from a partnership. There was a walking away from something that wasn't working. And, you know, that's what I remember from all the other cards. Yeah. So you've walked away from this partnership now, I sense. And where you are right now is focusing on what brings you pleasure and what brings you joy, focusing on you. So there's a possibility that you may have been through an interesting journey with what is important for you, Aquarius, with your previous relationship. And I remember it being quite painful, and it stirred up a lot of different emotions in you around what was right, what was wrong, what's okay, what isn't okay. But it feels like, it's starting to feel like you're reaching a place where, well, I won't speak too soon because I have got the deception card over here for you. So let's keep going, and I'll come back to what my thoughts were if it's necessary. So what is conscious for you right now in the present moment, and I've got the King of Swords, which rules Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, so I suspect this is you. So it's what is conscious for you right now is taking charge, taking control of walking away from any burdens. So taking full reign and power of being the King of Swords, which is that mental mastery of being in control of your life, not getting swept away by emotions or other people's stuff, incredibly discerning. And in this case for you, it's about putting the burdens of the past behind you. So this is where you're at right now. It's very clear. What is unconscious for you? So we've got the apathy, boredom card, and it's also the card of not seeing what's going on, not seeing the bigger picture. So you're very consumed with your own emotions and thoughts over here that you're not seeing. And it's literally, the image is a cloud, a hand coming out of the clouds offering something, and you're not seeing that because you're so focused on this. So it's to do with what you're not seeing is the emotional happiness and the celebratory joy. So I sense it has to do with this Knight of Wands card. As I said to you in the beginning, the Knight of Wands is someone who not charges in, but someone who's very much in it for himself. He's swept away by the creative excitement and passion, and it's about the moment. It's not like the Knight of Pentacles, which is about the long haul, slow and steady. So with regards to that aspect of your personality right now and whatever it is that you're going through or learning to meet within yourself, it's talking about not seeing the happiness that is around you when it is that you're so focused on your goals of what it is that you're wanting. And so, yeah, it creates obstacles for you. So you're going to start learning that. I sense there's an element of humility that comes out of this as a result of it. You know, the thing with Aquarius is that you're ruled by air, and air is of the mind, but it does have the potential to intellectualize emotions, to come to emotional conclusions intellectually. And so it takes the feeling element out of it. It takes the heart compassion element out of it, especially if there are other people involved. So there's an element of humility that's required in order to be able to connect with the bigger picture of what's going on beyond just what's serving your own needs, Aquarius. And actually, you know, astrologically, Aquarius is about about serving a greater cause. So in this case, you are being fine-tuned. So when I ask what's going on for you, Aquarius, I've got the Seven of Swords card over here, and I'm just going to pick 3 cards. So it's okay, so I've got the deception card. So the deception card is about not being honest, about lying, about stealing something, about being deceived, about deceiving yourself, potentially. And it's to do with, I've got the King of Cups, I've got the happy abundant home, and then I've got the Queen of Cups. And so, you're an air sign, but you could be coming up as your emotions around the Queen of Cups, which is a fire sign. So Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. And the King of Cups is a water sign, so Pisces, Cancerian, or Scorpio. It's talking about this union with this person that's creating a happy home. And there's deception there. You are not being honest about it, or you haven't been honest about it. And as a result, there's some kind of completion that's busy happening. I also see struggles around money because of wish-fulfilled thinking. So perhaps wish-fulfilled thinking around the nostalgia of the past. So I've also got some cards over here, and it's talking about stepping into a higher place with because the Devil card comes up, and again we've got the Devil card over here. So Devil card is about sexuality, but also potentially the distortion of it, like where we're out of balance with it, where we're addicted to something, or whether it's power or control or even drugs, substances, alcohol. And in this case, I've got the Judgment card, stepping into a higher place for you with regards to the lovers, the relationships. So it could be you, it could be your partner, it could be other partners as well. And then the Justice card with the Devil on top of that. And it's talking about the feeling that I get from this, that it's referring to, because it's also coming up over here in the Lenormand cards, is it's talking about financial stress. And it's talking about, the Devil card is the confusion again, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So here we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, and then the Moon. So the confusion, so we have a water sign, a person who's a water sign, someone who's very intuitive and emotional and sensitive, or connected to their emotions at least. And then we have a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So it could also refer to your emotions, so your emotions around your home with this person who's a fire sign. Anyway, it's talking about some kind of deception around that. Things are not being honest or clear. And it's talking about completion, which is creating financial struggles around wish-fulfilled thinking from the past. And it's to do with the exchange. So possibly, exchange whatever it is that you're dreaming about, whatever your dreams are, the exchange of that. You had these ideas or these dreams for something to happen in the past, and it's talking about it not happening. It's financially not taking off. Which obviously is affecting your abundance and your home and your connection with this person. And I get the feeling that the Deception card is coming up because it's right next to the Justice card over here. So I feel like your actions are having consequences. If you put good things into something, honesty and clarity, where it's serving a bigger picture, this is what plays out. But if it's self-serving or not honest, it'll have that is what will play out, and that's what the Justice card is about. So I'm looking to see what's going on for the other person, because I have the Community card, the Relationship card, and it's talking about how they're going through some kind of change with regards to their fears and their struggles and their anxieties and confusion. And then I've got the Temperance card, and they're bringing themselves into some kind of balance, or they're needing to bring themselves into some kind of balance. So they're working on that at the moment. And it's either the Partnership card, or it's a card of being in the community. So possibly there are other people involved here as well. So it's a challenge for them. But they're managing, well, they're working with it. They're attempting to bring it into some kind of balance and find their power in it. So for the relationship, where is the relationship at? I have the Queen of Cups, so again this water element coming through, Let's get 3 cards. So the Queen of Cups can also just refer to an emotional state for the relationship around the conflict and feeling trapped. The chaos, the conflict, feeling trapped in the face of new beginnings. And this new beginnings is about taking a stand against the impulsiveness of what has happened in the past. And for you, Aquarius, it's very much, again, the Judgment card is coming up. And the Judgment card is about accountability. It's about stepping into a higher place with how it is that you take action and the things that you do that have greater implications than just serving yourself. So the outcome card, I have the 2 of Swords, the card of stalemate. And it's the relationship is going through some kind of emotional indecision or stalemate, and it's talking about actually this is a good thing. We've got the 6 of Wands over here, so it can mean that it's a public affair. It's become public now, so perhaps you're in a community or something. Or it talks about this ending being a good thing because it's allowing you to connect to who you are, your passion, and where it is that you want to go with your business, with your work as an entrepreneur or as a creative. But as a result of having met the Judgment card and stepped into a higher, more honest place with it. And then in the future here, we have the managing card, the juggling. He's managing 2 pentacles. It's the 2 of Pentacles, and it's talking about managing the relationship and working towards a higher love, working towards okay, so it talks about the love being over. The love has died. I've got the Death card on top of that. Can also refer to it can also refer to an ego death. Okay, so it talks about a period of aloneness for you, and with regards to managing the relationship, it's working towards working with the loss, working what love was there, working with the ending, and kind of finding your passion and using it as a tool for growth. And then I've got the Hermit card over here, which talks about this being you being alone while go through this period. And I can see here from the Osho cards that I have that there is a lot of stress that you're carrying right now that you're not fully allowing in. And it's talking about, possibilities is the present moment card. And so it's talking about, acknowledging the adventure that's happening for you right now, but becoming conscious of the stress around it so that it can be an adventure and not something stressful. It's also talking about slowing down in order to receive guidance, in order to connect to your higher truth. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it shed some light on your situation. I do offer tarot readings if you want to go deeper. I work with astrology, and I can work with you and your partner, so it goes really deep. So thank you for watching. I apologize for all the noise in the background. There's all kinds of things happening right on the ocean, but unfortunately can't do anything about the sounds here in the Philippines. So I just work with it, and hopefully it's not too stressful for you. So if you're still here watching, thank you. Bye for now.